Hi everyone, my name is Ranger Dave. Welcome to Chiliad National Park, a fictional wildlife reserve containing thriving ecosystems and organisms. We gotta be really quiet because we're approaching a population of deer up ahead. Ranger Dave, what's a population? Good question. A population is a group of individuals of the same species that live in the same area. As you can see, there is a population of deer right here, as they are living in the same area and are the same species. But what makes them the same species? A species is a group of organisms with similar characteristics and the ability to breed fertile offspring. This is not an example of a species, as dogs cannot breed with deer. Same as this, and same as this. These populations of deer show clump dispersion. These deer clump together because the individuals in a clump are able to gain and surround resources while also having protection against predators. Another type of dispersion is random dispersion. This dandelion patch is a good example of random dispersion. Abiotic factors like wind or water change the course of dandelion seeds, causing them to randomly disperse. Another type of dispersion is uniform dispersion. A good example of uniform dispersion is in penguins, but I'm currently being told by wildlife experts that there are no penguins present in Chiliad National Park, unfortunately. Thankfully, we have cameras from Antarctica which show how penguins uniformly disperse, as competition for food and mates is high among their populations. Population size is affected by emigration, immigration, death, and birth. Emigration is when individuals from a population leave it. As you can see here, 2 deer left the population. Immigration is when individuals join the population. Here, 3 deer join the population. Death is self-explanatory. Whether it be from natural causes, predation, disease, or other factors, death lowers population size. Sadly, 1 deer is dead. Birth is also self-explanatory. When new individuals are born within the population, that increases the population. Who would have known? Happily, 1 deer is born. Hey Ranger Dave, how do you calculate the population size given these 4 factors? Good question. With the simple formula birth plus immigration minus death plus emigration. We started with 8 deer, right? 2 deer emigrated, 3 deer immigrated, 1 deer died, and 1 deer was born. 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 1 equals 3 minus 4 equals negative 1. 8 deer minus 1 gives us a population of 7. That, folks, is how you calculate population size. Ranger Dave, why can't the population of the deer keep increasing? What keeps it from growing infinitely? Good question. Carrying capacity is the maximum population size which can be supported by their specific environment in terms of resources. A population needs these 3 things to survive. Food. These deer have grass, for example. Water. The river provides the deer with enough water. Space and shelter. There is enough shelter and space for these deer to thrive. Competition. These deer won't be so willing to share these things though. Individuals will compete for these 3 things. There is a limited number of these resources in Chiliad National Park, and the margin of this number directly affects the carrying capacity of the deer. Ranger Dave, other than competition, what also contributes to controlling the deer population? Hey, good question. Again, limiting factors also determine the carrying capacity of a population. There are density-dependent factors and density-independent factors. Density-dependent factors, as shown in the name, depend on how many individuals of the population are present. Examples of density-dependent factors include competition, predation, or parasitism. Density-independent factors do not depend on how big a population is, as it will control it no matter the size. Examples of density-independent factors include natural disasters such as forest fires, blizzards, heavy rains, extreme droughts, or floods. Now, do you know how populations such as this herd of deer work? Yeah, Ranger Dave, now I totally know why or how a population thrives or bites the dust. And that's good to hear. Glad I could help. This is Ranger Dave from the National Park Service. Thank you very much for watching.